Welcome to the College2Career Virtual College Fair. My name is Jasmine. I'm going to serve as your facilitator for our session today. Before we get started, I have a few housekeeping announcements. The first announcement, your camera and microphone are off, so we are unable to see or hear you. Second announcement, you can use the Q&A feature to type your questions to our presenters at any point throughout our session today. Third announcement, this is just one of a few different sessions that we're offering, so feel free to visit our registration site to sign up for additional sessions. And finally, this presentation is being recorded and you'll have access to this recording by visiting college2career.org. With all of that said, I want to go ahead and turn it over to our first presenter from Pacific University, Oregon.
Thank you, Jasmine. I'm excited to be here with all of you virtually today. Know that this is not the last conversation. This is not the last time that you'll hear from us at Pacific University. I'm here to give you a snapshot of what your experience at this institution could be like. So know that we can continue to have the conversation, but that I'll be giving you just some little tidbits about what makes our university unique. So let's talk location. Where are we? We are in Oregon. We're about 35 minutes west of downtown Portland. So the great thing about our location is that you're going to have that proximity to a large metro area, but you're also going to have the Pacific Northwest in your backyard. So for any student that's interested in college but has so many other interests outside of academics, know that you're going to have that time here at the institution to get outside, to be in those internships. And we'll talk more about all of those great experiences as we go along. So at Pacific, we have over 65 different areas of study. We're a liberal arts college with about 1,800 students. So your class sizes are going to be about 19. And I know many of you may be thinking that you're interested in the sciences or the tech majors or even minors here at Pacific. And there are so many that we offer. If I was to highlight this list, it'd probably be over half of those. So know that at Pacific, we've got a really strong physics department that has opportunities for engineering, opportunities for computer science. One of our most recent majors is data science. We're one of the only colleges located in the same city as some really big corporations such as Intel. And Intel actually came back to us working with our interns and said, hey, can you get us some data scientists? So our professors are well supported in knowing what is going to be important for you to know before you leave Pacific, right? But being a liberal arts college, I'm also going to ask you to do a little bit of everything. So I do have a world language requirement. I also have a civic engagement requirement. So this is going to help you become a well-rounded person no matter where you end up after college, right? So as long as you pick something on this list, Pacific will guarantee that you graduate in 4 years. And that's really important because a lot of scholarships and financial aid last 4 years. And I'll talk about more of those scholarship and money opportunities here at Pacific. But let's talk about some of our rankings. So the National Science Foundation has actually ranked Pacific as the top private research institution in the Pacific Northwest. We actually rank 8th on the West Coast of private research institutions. And really what that means is the National Science Foundation said, hey, we're going to give you money to give to students. And they came back and said, okay, what'd you do with that money? And so we were able to prove that not only do our students get opportunities, but they get the money, right, that's given to the institution to do research. Now, research might look like working with Andy Dawes in this photo, working with lasers, but it might also be research with young kids. It might also be, those health professions of sciences, but it could also be in engineering. We've got streamlined opportunities with students interested in working for NASA. Just the other day, our physics department was talking about those opportunities with us. A really exciting senior project, and every student will do a senior project here at Pacific. A really exciting one was, we had a student who was a student athlete, he was doing baseball, and he was actually working with a pitching machine to discover the algorithm that's needed to actually get the best opportunity in pitching with the different styles. So know that it can be more than just watching cells grow, right? Research can look very different throughout your academic interest. So all of those areas that I mentioned before will have something outside of the classroom that you'll experience. And a lot of that is graduate level, whether it's research, working with faculty, or doing your own thing. Pacific has the resources available to help you discover what it is you're passionate about. We also know there's so many other things about you, right? From being that student athlete to performing arts to having cultural events that you want to be a part of and even continue or explore in college. So at Pacific, the majority of our students are doing 3 to 4 different things outside their major. So if you're a student who's trying to fit everything into your day, know that you'll have time and be encouraged to do so here at Pacific. But we're also going to help you explore that too, right? Help you find it. So a little bit about financial aid at Pacific. When you apply, we are automatically considering you for a merit scholarship. That's the biggest scholarship that we're going to give out at Pacific. And know that every student that's admitted will get one of those scholarships. So simply apply by November 1st if you're a senior. But then we will also have additional scholarships. So if any of you are interested in majoring in computer science, environmental science, math, we've got additional scholarships so you can stack on top of those. And I do want to know for any seniors that are listening in, we have a visit scholarship available, both in person and online. This is a chance for you to hear a little bit more, right? More than just 6 minutes about the institution and get some money for doing so. So feel free to sign up for that event. You do not need to be applied to the institution to attend. And here's our general contact information. I'm also going to throw mine into the chat. You can reach out to me directly, but feel free to connect with our office, whether you want to do it kind of incognito and attend one of our events, or you want to talk with someone specific. Our professors on campus want to hear from y'all. They want to talk with you about your interests and how do you kind of connect those many different areas. So I so appreciate your time today, and I look forward to hearing from you after this session.
Thank you. Our next presenter is Clarkson University.
Hello. My name is Sue Bynum, and I represent Clarkson University. Clarkson is in the beautiful college town of Potsdam in northern New York. It's about 20 miles from the Canadian border and about 2.5 hours north of Syracuse, New York. You see a lovely picture here of campus in the fall. I'm actually a Clarkson alum living here in the San Francisco area, and after working in industry for many years, I now work for admissions to promote interest in Clarkson with California high school students and counselors. I think Clarkson is really a great option for California students interested in engineering, technology, business, and other career-focused programs, but looking for a smaller, more supportive environment. Clarkson has only about 3,000 undergrads and about 1,000 grad students with a 10-to-1 student-faculty ratio and a 92% retention rate. Students actually apply to the university, not a specific school or major, and none of Clarkson's programs are impacted or limited. This really builds a cooperative, supportive academic environment and provides more flexibility for students to customize their programs or even change majors. Clarkson offers undergraduate programs at our School of Engineering, our School of Business, and School of Arts and Science, and I'm going to share more detail on those engineering and science programs on the next slides. But I did want to mention that our School of Business offers majors in global supply chain, business analytics, and innovation entrepreneurship. Our new Shipley Center for Innovation is really a focal point for entrepreneurship across campus, and students can add a business minor as well. I wanted to highlight that all of our majors require an internship, co-op, or research project, as we really want students to get hands-on experience in the field of study. We certainly encourage students to talk to professors and faculty about research opportunities, even as freshmen. So here I wanted to share some more detail about Clarkson's program, specifically related to engineering and technology for this session. This slide shows Clarkson's engineering majors, including traditional engineering majors, but also aeronautical and environmental engineering. I also included the list of engineering minors and concentrations that are really available to meet students' diverse needs. Really more seems a trend these days that students are looking for opportunity to really focus on a specific area, even as an undergraduate. And I really want to also highlight our engineering and business major is actually an interdisciplinary program accredited as both an engineering and business major. And those graduates are also highly sought by industry. Our School of Engineering really prepares students for tomorrow's challenges with team-based and interdisciplinary curriculum with hands-on projects to really emphasize innovation that serves humanity by considering the social consequences of each project. This next slide shows a full list of Clarkson's majors through the School of Arts and Science. We offer traditional math and science majors, including computer science, biomolecular science, and psychology. I also want to highlight our new data science major for students that are interested in big data programs. While most majors are technical in focus, I wanted to mention majors like digital arts and science or social documentation that combine technical courses with other creative disciplines like film and communication. Biology and biomolecular science are also popular majors for students that enroll in our pre-health professional tracks. And our new School of Health Science now offers direct entry options into Clarkson's physical therapy, occupational therapy, and physician assistant graduate programs. I also want to tell you a little bit about student life at Clarkson. We really offer a wide range of study abroad options, as well as our Adirondack semester in the nearby Adirondack Park through our Institute for Sustainable Environment. Being in Northern New York, obviously, we're a big hockey school with both men and women's Division I hockey teams, and home hockey games are really a big event on campus. There's a lot of activity around hockey at Clarkson. We also have 9 Division III sports for both men and women, including basketball, swimming, lacrosse, alpine, and Nordic skiing. Clarkson has over 200 clubs, intramural sports, and tons of activity on campus. Our biggest club is the Outing Club that coordinates outdoor activities for students. 88% of students actually stay on campus all 4 years, and about 15% of students are involved in Greek life. I also wanted to highlight our SPEED programs with 12 different projects students can participate in to design, build, and compete. You can see a full list of projects here. I've seen a lot of engineering programs with 1 or 2 of these, but I've never seen a university with quite so many options for students. It's really a great option or great way to get some experience with the engineering process, plus exposure to some really fun technology. We have a huge facility on campus to support these programs. And yes, we've had students on campus in New York all last year through the COVID pandemic with the cooperation of the students, campus staff to test, quarantine, and vaccinate. So we really minimize any impact to campus. And another interesting fact is we actually used wastewater testing for COVID to isolate a couple of small outbreaks that we had that we could immediately test students and identify quickly how to effectively quarantine students. So it was really quite a success. This next slide is really an overview of our admissions information. Our acceptance rate is 66% with an average GPA of 3.6. Standardized tests are again optional for fall 2022, but incoming students had an average SAT of 1240 and ACT of 27. Clarkson offers both need-based aid through FAFSA as well as merit-based aid based on the students' application information. 95% of students receive financial aid, and actual tuition can be really quite competitive with the California State Universities. You can apply on the Common App or directly on the Clarkson website where the application fee is waived. Lastly, I'd like to highlight that 97% of students are placed, and we have a starting salary of over $64,000. The Career Center does a great job of working with each student on their job search. This last slide is information about Clarkson admissions with links on the Clarkson website for more information on our virtual tour and the Clarkson YouTube channel. Thank you so much. Please reach out to me if you have any further questions, and I will post my contact information and a link on the Clarkson website to get more information. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Clarkson University. Our next presenter is Penn State.
Great. Thank you so much, Jasmine. Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining us this late morning. My name is Isabel. I am an admissions counselor at Penn State. I'm also the California recruiter for Penn State. So it's really nice to have a few minutes with all of you to talk about my university. So at Penn State, obviously, we are a large school with name brand recognition. We offer our students, obviously, high quality academics, but also a really, really unique and special college experience that combines the academics and also a really vibrant student life, and as well as unique inside and outside of the classroom opportunities to really enrich the 4 years that you have with us at Penn State. So in case you're not familiar with where Pennsylvania is, we are on the East Coast and also in the mid-Atlantic region. Here we are highlighted in red. Our surrounding states, starting from the top and then moving clockwise, is New York, New Jersey. Down below us is going to be Delaware, Maryland, Virginia, West Virginia, and then our friendly neighbor to the west is Ohio. From the center of the state, which is where our University Park campus is located, our main campus, we're about 3 to 4 hours drive to New York City, to Washington, D.C., Philadelphia, Pittsburgh, Baltimore. So really great East Coast location to get to know some of those wonderful cities on the other side of the coast. All right, some quick stats about Penn State. We are a top 1% world-class university. We're very proud of that. Just a few of the reasons why we have earned such a high ranking are highlighted here. Our focus on career services and career success for our students is wonderful. We're ranked number 9 by the Princeton Review. We offer our students over 300 different study abroad programs. So whether they're shorter 1 week long embedded programs to the more traditional semester abroad or full year abroad, you have a lot to choose from. We've gotten our Penn Staters on every continent on this globe, except for Antarctica. We're also an R1, so we're a Research One university, allocating over $1 billion towards undergraduate research every year, which means for you that if you want to start participating in undergraduate research, we welcome you and encourage you to do so as early as your very first year. And that, that goes for students studying in the STEM fields, which I think most of you are interested in, but also if you're also interested in the liberal arts and the humanities and the performing arts, there are research opportunities for you there as well at Penn State. Despite being a large university, we still have a 16-to-1 student to faculty ratio. And I really want to highlight these two numbers in the middle here. Our 85% graduation rate is about 25% higher than the national average, and our 93% retention rate is about 12% higher than the national average. All right, now again, with a large university comes a lot of different options academically for our students. We have over 275 of them. I put the URL to our undergraduate bulletin down here. I'll also put a link to it in the chat when I'm finished presenting, but this is where you can search every major, every program you're interested in, and you can find out lots more information about each individual major that we offer. But I know this is a session specifically for students interested in science and tech. So I just wanted to highlight the many, many options we have for you. I know this is kind of small because we do have a lot of options. So this is where the bulletin is going to come in helpful for you. But within each of our academic colleges are a number of majors that you can opt into. So we have our College of Engineering with a lot of majors, our College of Information Sciences and Technology with also a lot of majors. And we also have our College of Earth and Mineral Sciences if you're interested in environmental studies or energy or geology. We have lots of those options. And then Ag Sciences as well, which is our original academic college at the very beginning of Penn State. And then, of course, our Eberly College of Science, which is going to have a lot of majors, especially for those students interested in research and the medical field as well. All right, now academics obviously is hopefully one of the top priorities in college, but we know that your college years really should be a lot more than that. We want you to get involved on campus. The vast majority of our students are very active on our campuses because we have over 1,200 different student clubs and activities of all different kinds, whether they're professional, they're cultural, they're just for fun, they're pre-professional, it's Greek life, sports, everything under the sun. We have a student group for you to join and build and start building your own smaller communities at Penn State. Now, really quickly, there are actually 20 campuses that comprise Penn State, but very different than the UC and the Cal State system. All 20 of our campuses comprise one Pennsylvania State University. So one application, one transcript, one diploma that will say the Pennsylvania State University. Our campuses range from 40,000 students at University Park to as small as 500 students. So depending on the environment and the size that you're looking for, there is a Penn State campus for you. We also have campuses in college towns like University Park, and then we have campuses close to Pittsburgh and Philadelphia for students that are more comfortable being near a larger city. And also really importantly, we offer a 2+2 plan, which is really unique to Penn State. That allows our students to start their first 2 years in almost any degree program at any of our campuses. And then your final 2 years, you will automatically transition and finish your final 2 years at the ending campus that offers your degree. So it's a really unique plan and a way for you to customize your Penn State experience. Okay, really quickly, very easy application process. We don't require any essays. We don't require any letters of recommendation. And we are also test optional through at least next year. We have an early action deadline of November 1st, which is non-binding. And then last but not least, we do have the largest living alumni network in the world. Our alumni are very successful. They're very passionate and very happy to be Penn State graduates. So wherever you go and whatever industry you go into, there is going to be a network of Penn Staters there for you to help support you and help foster your success throughout your entire career and your entire life. So please visit us, check out all the different experiences that we have to offer virtually and in person on our Experience Penn State page. And also I'm going to put my email address in the chat for you as well, so we can continue this conversation and hopefully hear from you soon. So thank you again. Bye.
Thank you, Penn State. Our next presenter is Full Sail University.
Hi, everyone. Hope you're having a great day. So my name is Emily Miller. I'm here today from Full Sail University, and I'm excited to tell you about our school. So if you have not heard of Full Sail University before, we are an entertainment, media, art, and technology university located all the way over on the East Coast in Florida. We are right outside of Orlando, Florida, so close to the theme parks, kind of near the beaches, all that fun stuff. I do want to start off by showing you a quick video that'll introduce you a bit to our campus and programs, and then I'll get into telling you a lot more details. So that just gave a little introduction. You can see some of our areas of campus. You can see our degree programs. At the end, it said, if you are serious about your dream, we'll take your dream seriously. Whether you're trying to get into music or creating the next VR technology, we really mean that. If you want to make it happen, we're going to do everything we can to make it happen as well. So these are our areas of study right here. We currently have over 50 bachelor's degrees we offer. Some are online, some are on campus, some you could do both. Or either. I do want to quickly highlight our gaming and technology program, since this is a technology session. We do have 3 specific gaming degree programs that you can see here that cover the whole process of creating a game. Separately, we also have a mobile development program, which you can see in our technology area here. And we also have a few other related programs to gaming, such as simulation and visualization. We do a lot of creating of VR and AR games in those programs. So you can see here we have computer science, cybersecurity, IT, lots more information on our website, which is fullsail.edu. All of our degree programs, though, are a bit different than you may be used to. As far as a traditional university, we're a bit different in terms of how we structure our programs. So the first thing that's different is that all of our programs are accelerated. So instead of taking 4 years to complete a bachelor's degree, at Full Sail, you could expect to finish in about 2 years. For an on-campus student, it's about 20 months from start to finish. And for an online student, it's about 29 months. And we do go straight through, including summers. So that's a big, big difference here that allows our students to get out in their industry much quicker than their competition. The next thing is we have a rolling admissions, so you can apply all throughout the year. But what's different with Full Sail is that you can actually start throughout the year. We start a new class of students every single month from January to December, everything in between. We also offer this really important initiative. We invite our graduates back to retake courses in their field for free for the rest of their lives, especially in technology degree areas, but also film, music, everything. really the technology, the hardware, software that you use changes so rapidly. We want to make sure that all of our graduates can stay relevant in their industry. So that's why you can come back and retake these courses so you can stay up to date on all the things that are changing. And then lastly, we have a big focus on career development. We want to make sure that not only you know how to do your future job, but that you're also comfortable with the job application process and how to get a job. So students work on several portfolio projects, and they also take several career module courses, such as interview skills, resume writing, and networking, just to get you a little more prepared. Our graduates have gone on to work in some really cool areas throughout the years. Just this summer, we had graduates credited on some of the biggest blockbusters, including the new Suicide Squad movie, the new Space Jam, Jungle Cruise, the new Cruella, lots of remakes recently. We've had graduates that have been credited on Oscar, Grammy, and Game Award winning projects this past year. And if you're not so interested in awards, I do want to highlight just a few companies that our grads have gone on to work for. Some students really want to go on to work for a big company like Blizzard or Activision, Disney, Pixar. Some would rather work for a small indie company. Other students have a dream to open their own business and be an entrepreneur. All of those are options. I'm going to skip over this just because we don't have a whole lot of time, but you can check out our clubs and organizations on our website. I do want to highlight for anybody who is a gamer, we do have our Full Sail Armada Esports League. We compete on our campus at the Full Sail University Orlando Health Fortress. And right now we're competing in about 10 games, including Rainbow Six Siege, Rocket League, and Call of Duty. So if you look up Full Sail Armada, there'll be a lot more information on that. Lastly, if you are interested in Full Sail University, you're looking for an East Coast school that's very technology oriented and also oriented toward the entertainment industry, the first thing that you would do is check out our website and then reach out to our admissions team. Our admissions process is a bit different than you might be used to. It's kind of like the theme at Full Sail. We do things differently. But we start with an admissions interview to make sure that you are a good fit for us. And we also want to make sure that we are a good fit for you, that we can help you actually get toward your future career goals. So that's the first step. Second step, check out the scholarship guide, get your financial aid in order, which we can help you with all of that. And then the third step is hopefully enroll as a student. So I will put my contact information and this link here to request more information. I'll put those in the chat, but that would be the first step to reach out and start the conversation. So thank you all for being here today. Jasmine, thank you so much for facilitating, and it's nice to meet all of you virtually.
Thank you. Our next presenter is New Mexico State University.
Okay, hello everyone. Thank you so much for having us. Let me go ahead and get my screen share going here. So first of all, New Mexico State University is located in New Mexico, which if you don't know where that is, we're south of Colorado. We are west of Texas and east of Arizona. So we're right there on the border. Las Cruces is actually very close to El Paso, Texas. So if you've ever heard of El Paso, Texas, we are actually just north of El Paso. So NMSU is actually a land grant and Hispanic serving institution. We started as a land grant and we continue to have an ag college, but specifically today, I'm going to be talking about our College of Engineering. And first of all, you probably don't know this, but actually the co-founder of Pixar is an NMSU graduate. The CEO of Girl Scouts is actually a NMSU graduate as well. And there is actually a engineer who won an Oscar award for animation and sound. So there's people that are coming out of New Mexico State University that are doing big things. We have several different degree programs here at NMSU. We do have an aerospace, mechanical, civil, chemical and materials, computer and electrical, industrial, engineering physics, which is a dual degree between engineering and physics. And then we also have engineering technology degrees, and these are 4-year bachelor's degrees in more of the technology field, meaning that they're really big into testing and hands-on projects, hands-on application of engineering concepts. And the career path is a little bit different for engineering technologists, but what's different about this program is it's not 2 years, it's 4 years. We also have dual degrees in aerospace and mechanical, and we do have accelerated master's degrees as well. So lots of different opportunities to get involved in engineering. We do have more than 100 student organizations, professional associations, and academic societies across NMSU. So lots of different opportunities to get involved. And we also have more than 20 student organizations, professional associations, and academic societies for STEM majors specifically. Some of the ones that I would like to highlight is Atomic Aggies. We have the Concrete Canoe team, and then we also have the Aggies Without Limits, which is a philanthropy group. A lot of the engineers, especially civil engineers, are involved in that, and they actually go to third world countries and build different things for them that make their lives a lot easier. Right here, we also have our mini Baja team. That's actually one of our concrete canoes. And then the Atomic Aggies is actually, they build a rocket and they launch it at the Spaceport Cup every single year. So if y'all don't know, Spaceport, where Virgin Galactic is and where they just had that commercial space flight, is actually about an hour and a half north of Las Cruces. So that's where we're kind of situated as well when it comes to technology. Some of the benefits of coming to NMSU is the student support and the hands-on experience and entrepreneurship that you guys can do as students. We actually have an Aggie Innovation Space, which is a student maker space, and that's open to all students, and it has 3D printers and it has all kinds of other like really cool things. And then the Arrowhead Center is actually our entrepreneurship program and department here at NMSU. And they have a Shark Tank every year that's really cool, where you could actually win funding for your business ideas in STEM or otherwise. And it's an incubator where you can grow that business if you have a really good idea. We also have the Aggie Innovation Shop, and this is just a list of some of the industry specific machinery that we have within that shop that you can get hands-on learning, so that when you go into the workforce, you automatically know how to use these specific machines. If you're looking at kind of going into machining and you know some of these, you'll understand that that shop is state of the art and it's ready to go for any industry that you work in. There's also a lot of engineering research opportunities for students. So there's actually 120 external funded research projects going on in the College of Engineering. So far, the funding for all of this research is $13 million here at NMSU. And there's a lot of research partners across the university and across industry that we work with specifically in our research. So if you are interested in more information on the College of Engineering or on NMSU in general, how to apply, things like that, scholarships, etc., you can contact Maddie, and that is her email and her phone number, and I'll also put that in the chat for you guys. Thank you.
Thank you, New Mexico State University. We are now going to transition to our Q&A. So I want to encourage all of our presenters to return. Feel free to turn your cameras back on and I'll pose a question to the group. In the meantime, while we're waiting, Clara, do you mind stopping your screen share for us? Thank you. So the first question to the group, and our presenters will respond again in the order in which they presented. First question here: what advice would you give someone going through the college search process? So we'll start with Maddie at Pacific University.
Yeah, great question. My advice for students going through this college search process is it's okay to find out what you do well and become comfortable talking about that. So whether it's connecting with a sibling or a parent or guardian or your high school counselor, having that conversation of, hey, what do you think I do well? And becoming comfortable with that so that you can then talk to colleges about that. Because you are your own advocate in these scenarios. And we truly want to get to know you, and we want to know the things that you're really proud of. So spend some time finding out what it is that you're proud of.
I think I'm next. I'll just jump in. My advice actually is to look at universities that not only have the specific major or topic that you're interested in. So for example, if you want to do engineering, but also look for a university that offers other activities or topics that you're interested in. So you might be interested in music. You might be interested in outdoor activities. You might be interested in computer science or building certain things, and to find a university that has these other areas. Just if in the event you think about or decide to change majors, or maybe decide that what you started with is not really the right fit for you, you can actually stay on the same campus and pursue some other interests as well without having to move to another university to complete your education. So that's my feedback.
Sue, you said exactly what I was going to say.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's okay. That's great advice. I would say to really take advantage of us, admissions counselors that work specifically with students from your area. Reach out to us. We're here to give you really great advice. And not just to share with you information about our individual institutions, but also just to make sure that our university is a great fit for you. And like Sue said, not just academically, but campus feel, environment, all of the other college experiences that we can offer you. So don't be afraid to reach out, email us, call us, and have those one-on-one conversations.
My advice is that for every university that you apply to as many scholarships as possible. I know that they can be tedious as you're going through and filling out essays that are different for each one, but just literally as many as you qualify for, apply for them, because the worst thing that happens is that you spend a bunch of time writing essays, but the best thing that can happen is that most of your tuition or all of your tuition is covered. So apply just to as many as you possibly can through the school, community, anything.
I would just back up everybody that you guys have already really answered everything, in my opinion. I think finding the college that's right for you involves your degrees, it involves the campus and campus life, and it also, I think that you do have to look at funding and the different opportunities that come about when you're looking for colleges.
Great advice from the group. Thank you all so much. One more question here. And again, we'll start with Maddie. What is one thing you want our attendees to know about your institution?
Yeah, I think that what makes Pacific unique are the people. I did not attend Pacific, so I had to go through what each of you go through, right? Researching the school to find out if it's your community. And the reason that I stay at Pacific and work with students on this really big decision are the people that I've met while I've been here. We very much so describe ourselves as a family. When students say, why do you decide to go to Pacific? It very much so is that family. And my job is to welcome you to that family, right? And introduce you to all of the quirky and funny people that we have here on campus to build that family for you. So we're excited that y'all are looking to build your community, and that is certainly the case here at Pacific.
What I actually love that comment, and I was going to say something similar, where I really like the small campus environment at Clarkson. It's just super supportive and cohesive. People want you to be successful. You're not competing against the other student to getting into the program that you want. And I think also being in a small town, it's easy to get around. Don't need a car, can't really use a bike on the snow. So it's just really easy to walk, and it just makes it a real comfortable environment to go to school. And I really enjoyed my time there when I was there as well.
So I would say at Penn State, the thing I want to emphasize is the options for students. We are a big name, we are a large university, but we have campus options and different homes for students that are in really small communities as well. So there's a Penn State fit for everybody. And I hope you reach out to find more about which Penn State campus might be the perfect fit for you.
I spent 18 years of my life in Pennsylvania and can emphasize there that, yes, there are so many different types of campuses for Penn State, and they are all awesome. For Full Sail University, I'd like to have you remember just our motto, which is if you're serious about your dream, we'll take your dream seriously. I know that I mentioned it during my presentation, but we really do what we can as far as career development and then also in class and just using industry tools to prepare you to get you where you want to go. We also have a very big network of alumni that have done things in the industry, been successful in the industry, that we do like to get students in contact with, and they like to come to campus to also help you on your journey.
I think the thing that I would like you to remember about New Mexico State University the most is the student support, this being able to get involved. I actually went to NMSU for multiples of my degrees. I now work here. I've been here for quite a while, and I just love the community. Las Cruces is a small town. It's actually a bigger city, but it small, big for New Mexico, small for everywhere else. But it really has that small town feel. And also we're kind of in the epicenter of a lot of the technology research that's occurring. There's lots of opportunities to get involved at White Sands Missile Range, at the national labs that we have here, Sandia and Los Alamos, at Spaceport. We have a NASA site here too in Las Cruces. I mean, there's so many different opportunities to get involved when it comes to engineering.
Thank you all. Thank you for your responses. With that said, that concludes our virtual college fair for today. But I do have a few closing announcements. So as you exit from this session, a survey will appear. It's approximately 5 questions or so, but please complete the survey. It's extremely helpful as we aim to improve our virtual college fair offerings. I also want to remind you that you can sign up for additional sessions by visiting that registration site. And finally, you will have access to this recording by visiting the website on your screen, which is College2Career.org. Again, I want to thank our amazing presenters for joining us, but also thank you to our attendees for taking time out of your busy day. I hope everyone has a great day. Thank you again.